Okay, welcome back to Monday night. Sorry, I'm just extra excited. I'm about to be on vacation. I am on vacation. I mean, there was the last couple things I had to tie up. I might still check something here and there, but other than that, whew, I'm good. Happy Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate. Just kidding. I don't think there is. Well, actually, no, that would be very small-minded of me to say. I'm sure there's tons of holidays. There's tons of random holidays too. Like it was National Butter Day or something, I think. Because this Facebook page I follow, it's for Elden Ring actually, and I haven't even finished playing it. I have a few videos on this channel. That's as far as I've gotten. I've done a Let's Play, um, trying to follow in the footsteps of the great fighting cowboy. He does such great videos. I love his Dark Souls videos, and like he just matter of factly just walks through. He just like destroys these things, and anybody who's played those games is just like, dang, that is impressive. But at the same time, if you play any game long enough, you'll get pretty good at it. Like you just got to get good, scrub. And that's a common thing, because Dark Souls is so hard, and if you don't understand what's going on, you just get wrecked. Like, man, there's a lot going on in there too. Like Elden Ring is exponentially more too. Like I was starting to understand like things like bleed damage, blunt, just the different damage types. Even just that S is better than A when it's ranking like how good something is, and you know, ugh. And then there's Bloodborne too, like that. Then you got like gems you can put in things and all these different like little tweaks that you can make that make a fight a lot easier, or if you don't do it right, it'll make a fight next to impossible. So, anyways, I digress. We got some heavy musings going on, and with my vacation, what I'm gonna be doing is well, spending time with family too, but like working on some side projects. So, and Scratch, like I'm excited to be getting into that. Like I started making one program that like showcases all of the tutorials, and I'm only on animate a letter so far because I got a little distracted, but I've got like a wizard walking across the screen, and then he just randomly bounces and pivots. It's some code I borrowed from the Star Wars program that I recently did, where the what should I get rid of? All right, well, let's just go. I mean, it's not a lot. Anyways, yeah, because that Star Wars book was awesome, and yeah, like I said before, I only got that like $5 at a one of my kids' books fairs, so it's well worth it. But even if not, like just the tutorials on Scratch, there's so much that you can create with it. Also, hmm, how should we do this? We should just have like floating. Oh yeah, no. Okay, there we go. Wait, so to make it even, we got what, like three over and three? No, no, one, two, three. Yeah. So one, starting at this one, one, two, three, one, two, three. So right here, one, two, three, one, two, three. Ah, oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, one, two, three, one, two, three. There we go. Just double check it. Okay. Now, erase the evidence. Of course not. All right, now we have floating lights. Looks awesome. Can I get it? Yes. Adapt, overcome, fall. Oh well. Anyways, yeah. So talking about vacations, scratch programs. helping. And so the other thing is like I know that I'm not the only one out there doing stuff. Like there are tons of people trying to figure out how to fix problems, like problem solving. That's what we do. That's what people tend to do. Like survival depends on it. Well, not really. I mean, we've got things pretty well covered for now, except for like the world's on fire and all that little stuff. But oh, but we'll just fly to Mars, which, ugh, that scares me. How long it would take to actually go to Mars? Like, being that long cooped up on a spaceship, and especially hearing that studies like people freak out trying to do the simulations of what it would be like to be on Mars, and oh. So, anyways, steps that we could do to make sure that life on Earth lasts as long as possible and as good as possible. And that sounds so insurmountable. That sounds so far off. That's never gonna happen. But really, we're close. Yeah, New World Order and global cohesion, global unity. Also, I think it does. I think that was our experiment right there. We had those pumpkins, but none for the rest of the way. So how else can we test this? Let's add a couple control just to really accentuate that. So now, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was only these. So it has to have an adjacent square of dirt for the pumpkin to grow on. I know it's not going to break the sugar cane, or I feel pretty confident that it didn't because none of them did and break it, so I don't know. Then I say that, but there could be some kind of update that changes that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? No. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. And just like that, we have some cool floating lights. And still this ruined portal that we built all this around. I was going to make this a portal at some point, but yeah, it's fine. It's unfinished. And actually, let's go to sleep. All right. So anyways, why am I so optimistic? Well, just noticing trends and patterns. Like people, as they communicate and come together, a lot of people are saying the same things. There's so much of a push for diversity, inclusion, IDAC, all that. I mean, it's a huge push at a lot of places I've seen. And sorry, just being vague. A lot of problems are going to start getting fixed. Like the more we communicate and work together, the more we're going to fix things. Now we still have to deal with like the relics of the past that are kind of stuck in these positions of like, and not like forceful. Sorry, I should say things are coming around to where the uber wealthy, or at least, I don't know. Like it's human nature to not want to give up your wealth if you have wealth. If you're comfortable inertia, you want to stay at that comfortable rate. Like inertia is very real. But once you realize there are things that you could be doing and how good it feels to be helping people, and then people will be doing it all left and right. I mean, and companies do it too, because it is good for publicity and the public image, but also because it is just amazing. And like, people would much rather be seeing things like problems being fixed and lives being enhanced. And once you get that feeling, then people that do have a lot, they start trying to go towards that. Or they gravitate towards like, how can I do the most impact, the most good with what I have? And I feel like that's human nature to just kind of think that way as well. Just like it's also human nature to think, okay, how good can this get? How well can I boost my odds for the outcome? So, I don't know. But, like, the main thing that we need to focus on that will really help the lower to middle class here in America is make it to where as many of the bills as possible are no longer bills. Electric, power, gas, food, rent. Like, how do we decrease those, yet don't hurt, like, I mean, if it's someone's business to, like, be a landlord, be a renter, or anything like that, then okay. If that's your business managing properties or something, but, like, for a lot of it, it's just, how do I amass more wealth? And, I don't know. And at a certain point, you just don't need it. I mean, not only that, like it's just languishing and like sitting there not doing anything. So enter in the communal loaning process, and so, but also getting rid of bills and stuff too. So generating energy power. If we could figure out ways to, well, invest in like more like solar and wind energies, but also make like kinetic machines, like kinetic energy, where you make an exercise machine that you're ripping a generator or something. I don't know, but like I feel like we don't have the technology to make that sustainable yet. But and at least not for a large scale too, because I'm specifically thinking about a crank up flashlight that I got a while ago, and it was you'd crank it up, and then that would actually generate the power to have the flashlight turn on. I mean, it was okay, but like it wasn't very strong. You had to crank it a lot for what light you got, and then I don't know, but there's ways to make it better. And like, and even as I say that, there's what that one invention of the saltwater light, where it's a light that's powered by just using the salt water or some kind of process in there with the. Well, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Cause I mean, I would totally butcher that. I'd have to look it up again. But when I saw it, I was looking at it, and some company was donating it in some place, and it was working for sustainable light. Anyways, my point is with communication, we're discovering things like this, and then we're getting them to the places that could use them too. Like, because it's all hands on deck. Like, people all around the world are thinking, how can I fix these problems? Like, how can I make other people's lives better? And my life too. I mean, there's still a point where you got to look out for your own area, your own, like, let's see, I feel like I need to add some more. Like, it's lacking here now. Now I just realize, we're like, what, how many far away? Let's see. So that's that one. Then one, two, three, four. That'll be the same here. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Anyways, so much stuff. Let's make more bone meal. No, no, don't grind out the minecart. Just a tiny bit of controller drift the other way. I mean, it won't do anything. Like, in fact, watch. Oh, it did go, but it gets stuck right here. And it goes to the next one. Oh, wait, what? It's like bypassing it. Oh, okay. Let's go and take the minecart back. It just won't make it into there because it doesn't know what to do with that. It's like, I can't accept that. Only produce. So, it'll still be pulled through here. But you can put whatever you want in there. And then it'll just get clogged up here. So, anyways. Yeah, we don't need to be carrying all this. And actually, I don't know why I'm even messing with rabbit fur or rabbit hides, because you need 4 of those just to make 1 leather. It's very inefficient. Oops. Actually, yeah, we don't really need that right now. It's a very inefficient use of time and resources. Alright, and this one's coming along. So far, we've only got pumpkins on dirt. Anyways, what else could we be doing? Let's go ahead and get rid of the seeds as well. Get some emeralds, make sure we're topped off there. We do have villagers now, so we can start, well, we need to finish the gigantic farm over yonder, or maybe even just make a farm close to here. That way when I'm AFK and stuff here, I don't have to go all the way across there to the farm. And I don't know what I'll make that building out of. Maybe like a gigantic city or something. I don't know. Atlantis. It's like a giant parking garage now. And even this is like a half finished. Like, got a balcony. There you go. They're up there enjoying it. I like how the fisherman looks. I mean, we can't really get much off of him. Ooh, cooked cod. Wow. So much string for 1 emerald? It's ridiculous. Oh, man. Alright, anyways. Ugh. Yeah, it's just, whew. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, we could be working on this too. There we go. Let's get some sand. We need glass. We're gonna make just one gigantic see-through. But then I was already thinking about I want to make a second story because just some kind of irrational fear of like what could be in the water, like what could be lurking, what could be watching you from under there. And it's just like, maybe just feel a little better about things. Let's actually go over here a ways where we harvest so we're not like flattening out our area. But and this is a horrible way to think about like the way to treat our actual resources in the real world. I mean, just like level a whole mountain just to do what we want. I mean, as it is, we're tucking our trash under the rug, sweeping it into landfills. I don't know, but at least we're starting to mitigate the problems. Like a lot of places have started putting nets in rivers to collect a lot of the plastic waste that makes its way out into oceans. So identifying the problem is like, half the battle, just figuring out, well, where's it all coming from, and then how do you stop it? Because I mean, we still produce plenty of plastic and have all sorts of problems that way as well. Ugh. Sorry, it's just a depressing thing. Like, although it is, there is an optimistic outlook about that because even in just my lifetime, my experience, I remember when I was out in Oregon and I had relatives that recycled because that's what you're supposed to do. And it was like, huh, how silly. You have to do all that every time? But then it caught on in Colorado and now it's law, you have to recycle here. And in just that time, like, we've come that far. So same with like hairspray from the 80s, although, you know, communication. Like, and there's so much fake communication out there too. And it's almost like, which is also good because then people are getting so good at calling it out. Like my own kids, as they're watching YouTube, like, oh, that's fake, or that's this and that. And like, there's a lot of famous YouTubers that are just busting things. They're like, debunking things. Like as fast as people are putting out fake videos, people are out there being like, nah, and this is why. So I don't know. Because at the same time, any kind of deceit like that, like, and again, it's either intentional or unintentional. Like, people might not know what they're doing. Like, it's to think that there's like some evil presence or orcs or devils or any of that like fantasy stuff. Like, because all you'd have to do is just know somebody for long enough, even people that have made mistakes and stuff, spend some time with them, like, or people that have checkered pasts or whatever the case may be, and just find out that nobody is impervious to being a good person. It's just might not be that time, like a good time in their life, a good time in their day, week, month, year. Like things might be culminating into just a big old mess, and and again, we could be doing a lot of things to disarm, deactivate, or diffuse. There you go. Really disarm um, undesired behavior or even malicious or dangerous behavior ahead of time, especially in mass too. Like, and a lot of it is communication. And I gotta say, already I'm pretty worried about the whole political front. When I was looking on the X app again, because seeing just how like there's some people that are still out there, and I'm not surprised, but people out there just like at each other's throats, like getting really angry, really tearing into each other. And I feel like the majority of it is based off of misinterpretations or misunderstandings of what's actually going on. Like, uh, easily swayed people on both sides, both ways, mind you. And I was very susceptible to it too once back in my day when I paid a lot of attention to it. Now I try to pay less attention, but still, I find myself picking sides. But uh, hmm, how am I gonna do this? Like adjust it to where? There we go. It's like so complicated. All right, so it's not gonna be all hunky dory overnight. That's true, but we're getting there. The trend is moving in a way that I feel pretty optimistic and hopeful about it. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Oh. There you go, and there you go, and there you go. Actually, I'm just kind of wasting words, wasting time now. Where are we at? 20 minutes? Oh, because I could do this for a while, but I feel like I already said my piece. Like the important thing. I mean, still got a long ways to go. Oh, but yeah, the vacation scratch. So I'll keep coming out with that, and then I'll try to post that, and then maybe even start. What I need to do is start like another channel where it's like, or at least segment these things a little better. This is like just a lot of gaming and musing, and I'm almost wondering if there's less of a chance if there is an adjacent one there. Because this is filling up pretty quickly. It's still nothing of these two. In fact, let's just go ahead and chop them down. Reset the clock. Let's see. And that'll probably fill up faster again. So I wonder, yeah, there might be something in the code that we could actually see if we actually looked at the code, which I'm too lazy to go do that. But what you can infer from observing the behavior of how it's happening, this all filled up pretty quick. This not so much, and this not at all. That one, that one, that one, and that one. So, alright, now let's come back and see that. Let's keep cooking. We need wood. So much spruce wood, it's awesome. Oh, and the glass. Uh, let's get rid of some stuff. I feel like, I don't know, we need the, oh, whatever. Okay. Then we make the wood. Uh, ugh. Sorry, I keep hemming and hawing because like there's an awkward thing at work. Like I'm always trying to help people, but I need to be more guarded about my own time and realistic about things, and that's important in the real world, in the professional world, but not too much so. Uh-oh, so that's not working right now. It's glitching. Come back in a little bit and it'll be fixed. So that one's maybe glitching. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, huh. Anyway, sorry, I went way down a rabbit hole in my own thing. Sorry, I'm back. So, forget where I was going with all that. Let's go ahead and fill in some more glass. Yeah, there's so much shrubbery. Alright. I don't know, it's multifaceted, like the solutions to a lot of the problems. I mean, we're trying to... Oh, this is gonna be dangerous. Let's go ahead and fill in the other area, because I was down there, like, putting those sea cucumbers. I feel like there should be also, like, a big open, like, where you can just jump in. Ooh. I'm missing one right there. Nice. Don't think I'm missing any others. Yeah, look at this. This is so cool. We're going scuba diving. Yeah, let's fill it in. Ah. Oh, dang it. Already getting sloppy. Okay. No. I notice it kind of glitches sometimes when you're running like this. Now it's not. It's all, of course, it's gonna be all good. But and again, mild inconveniences. Like the grand scheme of things. Like I remember playing Mario on the regular Nintendo and thinking that was just like the bee's knees. And then GoldenEye, and then I don't know. And now it's like we got games for days, and it's I don't know. There we go. See now it's I've noticed there's like a possibility, and same with Fortnite too. Like if you just keep going into what you think should happen and you don't completely rely on what you're seeing on the screen, then it's almost like it tricks itself or like it glitches into actually working. Whereas it's like one of two potential states. And so it's kind of like compensation for like if certain packets are dropped, to just go with the one that makes the most sense. So it's like constantly analyzing the input and seeing, okay, yeah, it makes more sense that they were, and to be specific, I'm talking about, I've noticed it in death run games where in Fortnite where you can, where you're jumping, it's like an obstacle course. They call them death runs, but, and you do die, like you fall to your death, and a lot of them are like spike traps come out and get you or whatever, and like and it's just to see how well you can do an obstacle course. And so, and I've done it many times, especially when like and it'll show when your network's lagging, like your Wi-Fi is getting weak, and then like you'll like be running and going and jumping, and then on the screen it'll look like you're falling and you missed the jump. And so if you're like, oh okay, whatever, I missed the jump, and then you just like give up, then of course you'll fall and die. But if you don't believe what you see, you're like, oh no, no, I think I made the jump, and I'm gonna just keep going like I did. It glitches and it makes it to where you actually make the jump. So it's like, and I've seen it multiple times. So it's just kind of like, I'm thinking that that's what's going on the on the programming side. Like they're compensating for the potential packet loss by coding predictable predictable placement and then using the controller input too, because you're still getting all these signals of yes, I'm still jumping in this direction, pushing these buttons, like or pushing the mounting button so you can, or mantle I guess it's called when you pull yourself up onto something. um, Mounting, mantling, some whatever, I mean, pretty synonymous, but I guess it is more mantling. um, and also thank you daily challenges in Fortnite for even teaching me that stuff, because one of the challenges is like mantle and then do this, or like within 5 seconds of mantling you like bust through a door or something. And like they just do so many fun silly challenges, and you just find yourself doing all these things. And like one of my favorites is hit weak points, because that means that you're trying to, you know, destroy structures and stuff, but that also like makes noise and alerts people around you. And so then that like draws people and bots. I'm pretty sure a lot of it's still a lot of bots that I'm fighting, but um anyways. And actually I don't even know that too, because they keep getting better with programming. And like I know I was on a team that made it to the national semifinals of the Windward uh, AI competition, where we coded an AI to play. It was like a Scrabble-like game. I forget what it was actually called, but you're basically making stock trading decisions, and based on current market trends or factors or whatever. And it was like it's kind of like a mix of Monopoly and Scrabble, like. And anyways, and we built the AI to either like buy or sell stocks based on different conditions and react to what was going on with other players. So, and then we pitted them against each other, and then the ones that played the game the best would proceed on, except when they didn't, because it was still randomized. And so even though we got beat out locally, the team that we went up against, or no, how did that work out? So we got beat out locally at CSU. Another team beat us, and then we both participated in like the nationals or whatever, like against teams across the country. Oh, and then they lost to someone, and we beat someone, and then we lost to someone. So like we made it just a step further than the other team. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It was still cool. It was a fun experience to kind of think like a person. Like how would I mimic human behavior and then put it into a video game? And that's making a bot. So yep, one of the many fun things I did at university. And that's why I encourage everybody to go if they're able to, but at the same time, not everybody's able to. And also at the same time, if you don't make it, like you got all this debt, you got to find a different career. Although I feel like as long as you work hard enough, anybody can fall into like a general office career of some sorts. But tech is the way to go. You just have to have a lot of patience. a lot of stubbornness. So, anyways, that's enough rambling for now. I'm gonna go do something else. Ta ta. I will see you all in the next one.